Hello, hello, welcome to the next installment of Mindset. The 12 steps kind of I took to really shift my mindset. And I want to share those with each of you. And if you've been following along, the first one was through books. So opening your mind to new awareness. You know, the wisdom is out there. It's just a matter of us going after it, and that's what I did. And then the second is experiences, and just experiencing those things that really breathe life into you. And we all do it, right? But a lot of times, like for me, I would, wait until a vacation. I would, I got to work, and then I get to go have an experience, or work, and do something on the weekend. That's an experience. So if you haven't listened to those two, go back and listen to those two installments of this series. And number 3, what we're going to talk about today, is that led me to really loving myself. And what that means is, once I got new awareness, and once I experienced some things, I'm like, wow, this is really cool. It came down to me really valuing myself. And saying, who am I? Why am I? What am I here for? What is it that that I'm here to do? And that's one of those things that you're just like, woo, right? A lot of people say, oh, I'm searching for my purpose, and what is my purpose? We're not going to go there yet. This is simply just recognizing the value that you have, and that this life is short, and that tomorrow is not guaranteed for anybody. So when I say love myself, I realized I've got to really value me. And this isn't like be arrogant or anything like that. It's just value me. Value the fact that God created me in His image, that God created me for love and abundance, that God created me to contribute my unique gifts to this world. So it's like, love me. And I ended up, I read something along the way, it's probably in one of the books, right? That you can only be loved to the extent that you love yourself. So this is a big hurdle for a lot of people. I mean, especially in our world, our culture, there's so much comparison, there's so much, competition, and it's, let's outdo the other person, and it's a me world. So people just feel a lot of times inadequate. They feel like, oh, I'm not stacking up. I look at my neighbors and I'm not doing as well as them, or, whatever it may be. And we tend to beat ourselves up. I would tend to beat myself up and just say I'm not good enough. And that's why I was working 80 hours a week and doing all the crazy stuff that I was doing. So it really starts with loving yourself, loving exactly who you are today. That's what it was for me, is once this so helped my mindset. It's like, no, I'm great exactly who I am now. And once I accepted that I'm great as I am now, I'm like, wow, I can get even better, because now my mindset has started to shift, right? It started to shift basis the books I've read, the experiences that I've had. So I'm like, wow, this is really cool. So my mindset shifted to, I've got to do these things to be happy. I've got to do these things because the culture has told me that, work hard and all this stuff. But my mindset started to shift and say, well, maybe there is a better way. Maybe there is something more. And it starts with loving myself, accepting myself for exactly who I am, and starting to realize and think into, what are those unique gifts that God gave only me? What is it that He wants me to contribute to this world? Me specifically, to contribute to this world. And I started really tapping into that and having a curiosity around that. So you can see, again, you start stacking these things, the books, the experiences, the loving yourself. I can feel it like I'm going through it again. It's just like, wow, I am getting super, super excited. And it's all because of my mindset. What I'm putting into my mind, right? The thoughts, and what I'm keeping out, right? So anything that isn't coming into you, that isn't allowing you to love yourself, you got to push that away or not let it in at all. So a lot of intricacies to loving yourself, but just giving you that awareness right now, listening to this and knowing that that's a big part of this, I think is going to help you tremendously. So if you're not loving yourself already, right now, just where you are, just who you are, this may be exactly what you needed to hear to go down that path. All right, we'll see you next time.